And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. This time, Trubisky will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. After the run, Goff going to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Starting left here.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, 5.
Hey, watch the slant.
Let's go, 12. Let's go.
To throw on second down is gone. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Goff now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
17. Starting left here. Tiger, Tiger.
From the gun, here's Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. To the air again. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks from 10 yards out. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky avoids him at the 40. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Goff. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And an alley to run. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And down he'll go at the 25. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dante Fowler coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They go play action with Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On second down, here's Goff. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from second to third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's gone. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, it's not every day you see a defense pick the ball off and already have 6 points without moving.
And on that play, no distance to run. Similar play, although it didn't happen right in the end zone, but you remember that Washington-Los Angeles Super Bowl where Joe Theismann tried to throw the screen pass? I can't remember the number, but he tried to throw the screen pass, and Jack Squire got it with no one around and just waltzed in and pretty much broke their backs. That's a similar play, although this one didn't have to run at all.
Here we go. Stats guy Johnny on the spot. Super Bowl 18, 38-9. It was in Tampa. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd and 10, Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Gone. This is caught. It's close. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for one. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A very solid gain of 27. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw on second down is gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On first down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Hurry!
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
18.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive.
To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this.